Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. So now we will discuss the second law, that is law of definite proportion or constant proportion. What this law says actually, a chemical compound always contain exactly the same proportion of elements by its mass. What do you mean by this? Let's understand with the example. This statement or this law is given by Joseph Proust in 1799. According to him, whenever two elements are combining and giving the one molecule, for example, here we then mention the proper reactant product which gives the molecule water. Okay. So hydrogen mass is how much? 1. How many hydrogens are there after balancing? 4. So 4 into 1. Then we got 4 gram of H2. Oxygen 1 into. Here oxygen atoms how many are there? 2 are there. 2 into mass of oxygen 16. So we got 32. Whenever we are taking the element, we have to consider its mass. 4 and 32 ratio we got. They always keep in mind they are fixed in water. Therefore, 4 ratio 32. If I simplify it, how much I will get? 4 ones are 4 eights are 32. So always keep in mind water is going to combine with the hydrogen and oxygen in the ratio of what? 1 ratio 8 by mass. This is only we call it as law of definite proportion. So why we are using here definite? See, pure water obtained from river, right? इधर आप देख सकते हैं pure water obtained from well, rain, river, tap water, lake, stream. Irrespective of the source, always keep in mind water molecule formula is what? H2 only. So कहीं से भी आप लेकर आओ ये source of molecule, then ratio will be 1 ratio 8. This is fixed. Let's understand with one more example, carbon dioxide. Whenever carbon is combined with oxygen, we are going to get the product of carbon dioxide, right? Now, कार्बन को मैं ऐसा लिखता हूँ, कार्बन 1 and oxygen 2. What is the mass of carbon? 12. Oxygen mass is how much? 2 oxygen atoms are there. Mass of oxygen is 16. So can I mention 12 ratio 32? Simplify. 4 3 is a 4 8 is a. So what is the ratio of carbon dioxide in which carbon and oxygen is exist? That is 3 ratio of carbon, 8 ratio of oxygen. Therefore, carbon dioxide ka ratio always how much? It is 3 ratio 8. It is always fixed. You can get the carbon dioxide from the industries, automobiles, and whenever we are trying to exhale, then also CO2 will release. So this is the element carbon and oxygen combination always combined by the mass, that is 3 ratio 8. This only we call it as law of constant or definite proportion. We'll discuss the next question related to the law of constant proportion. Here we need to show that the reactions or whatever the formation of molecule will be there, they are always having a fixed value. Here you need to understand there are two cases they mentioned with respect to copper oxide. Copper oxide was prepared by two methods. First case what they have done, 1.75 gram of metal gave 2.19 gram of oxide. Okay, this is oxide. In the second case, 1.14 gram of metal gave 1.43 gram of oxide. Then we have to show that it is going to follow the law of constant proportion. Combination of these two we call it as copper oxide. Copper में एक metal है, copper oxide में एक oxygen भी है. In this copper oxide, I need to find out the percentage of copper, percentage of oxygen, how much we have. Same here also. Percentage of copper कितना है, percentage of oxygen कितना है, you need to find out. Let's understand by simple formula that percentage of copper in oxide, how we will find out? You have to understand it is mass of copper or weight of copper divided by total mass. That copper is present in where? In copper oxide. So can I mention mass of copper oxide or weight of copper oxide? Percentage है इसीलिए multiply by 100. Mass of copper I am having 1.75 gram. Then mass of copper oxide how much? 2.19. Then if I simplify this value, approximately we will get 79.9%. This is what? This is the percentage of copper. Now I need to find out what? Percentage of oxygen. See, total we have copper oxide. In this, I got 79.9 percentage of copper means remaining what will be there? Oxygen, right? So out of 100, 79.9 gram is the mass of copper means then how much I will get? 20.1 percentage. किसका है ये? This is for percentage of oxygen. So in the method 2 we'll see. Method 2 what data we have? 1.14 gram of metal, 1.43 gram of metal oxide, right? Now we need to find out the percentage of copper as well as oxygen. Again with the same method, percentage of copper, how much? Again mass of copper whole divided by mass of copper oxide into 100. Mass of copper how much they given? 1.14 they only given. See 1.14 metal, 1.143 copper oxide divided by 1.43 into 100. So here we will get 79.7. So percentage of copper how much I got? Percentage of copper I got 79.7 percentage. Again I need to find out what? Percentage of oxygen same 100 gram of copper oxide if it is an example I am taking. In that 79.7 is copper. Then remaining will be what? Oxygen only, no? So can I mention 100 minus 79.7? So approximately I will get 20.3 percentage. ये क्या है? This is percentage of oxygen. See, compare both. Here percentage of copper जितना आया है उतना 79.7 percentage, 79.9 percentage, approximately same. When it comes to the oxygen also, we got 20% is here and 20% is here. Therefore, irrespective of the method, you try to find out, irrespective of method, we try to find out the mass of element in a molecule, which is what? Fixed. Therefore, we can understand that this question illustrates the law of law of definite proportion or constant proportion. I hope you understood. Thank you.